Okay, I've got a half hour to get ready to stream. And then I've got to go downstairs and get dinner and get all the boys' stuff ready for school tomorrow. And then I got to stream. And by gotta, I mean I wanna. I'm really excited too. I'm actually like really sad that I didn't last night because I had the fucking paralysis of believing that I had a meeting today that I ended up not having. And honestly, the more that I think about it, the more that I'm like, you should have known. You should have known, like the person that I had a meeting with, they always fucking cancel. So perhaps I should have known. You know what? I was gonna put on some primer, but it's like 7 o'clock at night, or not 7 o'clock at night, it's 6:30 at night, and I kind of think I don't want my makeup to fight me whenever I go to take it off. Also, I don't think I ever showed you guys these SpongeBob stickers that I got. I don't think I ever showed you guys. I'm mostly excited about the Patrick doing the little and they had some Squidward, but I don't think I ever showed you these. They're in the bottom. They've been in the bottom of my little makeup bucket thing. I need to get them the fuck out of there because I keep forgetting that they exist. Anyways, I think I'm just going to put on a little bit of foundation and some eyebrows and some shit around my eyes. And I'm using a squishy because the thought, gay son or thought daughter, how about both? The thought of like a dirty brush on my face kind of like makes me want to cry, to be honest with you. It kind of makes me want to cry a little bit. It kind of makes me want to like slap myself. So I'm not going to put myself through that. Makeup just does not like my skin without a primer. Shish! Oh, yeah. And I did a responsible today. I did a responsible, but it was kind of like to make up for the not responsible that I did. I have not drank any water today, and I know what's going to happen if I end up drinking water right now. I'm going to end up having to pee during my stream, and I don't like to stream for less than 2 hours, but I'm going to end up having to fucking pee during my stream, and the thing is, I refuse to get up, because my luck would be that I would, like, have a wedgie, or like my ass crack would be hanging out, or I would like trip and fall or something, or like my gut would fall out. So like I don't want to have to pee during my stream. But I tried to close this and the lid popped off. The responsible that I did, I have an eye doctor appointment in the morning with my eye specialist to get my retina disease checked out. And also, that's at 8:30 in the morning. So I probably need to be there at like 8. And Epps and I are going to have to leave at like 7:45 because we have no idea where it is. So we're going to have to, give ourselves the fucking grace of being able to find it. But my appointment is at 8:30. Probably need to be checked in by like 8:15 because this is a new doctor. So I'm sure they'll have like a mountain of fucking paperwork. Because of that, it wouldn't make a shit if it was at 5 p.m. I'm not sleeping. You know what I mean? Because of that, like, I know my skin does not like makeup without a primer. My God. Anyways, because of that, like, I know that I'm not sleeping tonight. I'm not sleeping tonight because I know that I'm going to be like all nervous about this eye doctor appointment in the morning. Not even nervous about it, just like prepping for it mentally, emotionally, just like I did yesterday for the meeting that got canceled. But right after that, I was supposed to go to therapy. And I knew that it was going to fucking work out like that because that's just my luck. Like I looked at Epps like sometime over the weekend and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have therapy. Like, I know I'm going to get a text reminder telling me that I have therapy because that's just my fucking luck. And it feels like it's that time. I have therapy every 2 weeks. I called and rescheduled it. I look like the stepsister from Shrek. It's fine. I called and I rescheduled it because I was like, I know I'm not going to be sleeping. My appointment is at noon. Like, my therapy appointment is at noon. I said, I know that I'm not going to be sleeping. I'm going to be completely fucking over everything. everything by the end of my eye appointment, because it's my first appointment with this particular doctor. I had the same one for a couple of years, and then he went to Cincinnati, and he was like, you can come and see me once a year if you want, but there are like specialists in the area now, so here's their number. If you like, I won't be insulted if you don't want to follow me. Like, I don't blame you for not wanting to drive that far. So it's a new doctor. They're going to have to do all kinds of gross shit to me, like give me an IV, and then like they have to do like x-rays and like take like these 360 pictures of my eyes, both of them, even though only one of them is diseased. It's like gross. It's like super fucking gross. And then I have to get just like a regular eye exam on top of that. So yeah, I know I'm going to be like completely exhausted, because there's no fucking way that I'm sleeping. I'm going to be completely exhausted and completely over it. And I'm just going to want to go home and go to bed. And like I was telling Epps, like I'm probably going to be in there until like 10. Oh my God, there was like a little fuzzy on my lamp, and it like blew up in the air. It's like a fuzzy on my lamp that's attached to my lampshade. It like popped up, and it looked like a spider, like a big spider. And it like made my heart kind of fall out of my ass for a second there. Like that like struck actual fear in my fucking heart. But anyways, I was like, yeah. And my luck would be like, as soon as I got home and fell asleep and got like into a good deep sleep, it would be time to go. Like that would be my luck, is like as soon as I'm in like whatever it is, deep sleep, whatever, where you're actually like getting some kind of rest, I would have to wake up, and then I would end up canceling anyway. And they like you to cancel or reschedule 24 hours ahead. And I'm like, and then I'll just look like a dick. So I did a responsible, and I rescheduled. I think I might have let my eyelashes dry too long. I was gonna put eyeshadow on, but I don't have any eyeshadow palettes directly in front of me. And if you think that my fucking ass is getting up, no. You know how much effort it took to like get me to sit down and just do this shit at all? A lot. All day mental preparation. Anyways, I'm so nervous I'm gonna have to pee during the stream. I'm so nervous. Guys, I love live streaming. And the reason, like, listen, the reason that I started live streaming on Twitch as opposed to YouTube is because the guidelines on YouTube are like way, way more strict than Twitch. And also like the moderators on Twitch can do more than the moderators on YouTube can. Like Epps can only time somebody out for a day, or I think it's like 1 to 3 days. Whereas on Twitch, he can permaban like a creep or like an asshole or something like that. But like, not only that, like, I don't want to get bitched at for playing Schedule 1. I don't want to get bitched at for playing Grand Theft Auto. And not only that, like one of the main reasons is like, yeah, we do play games, but also like we talk a lot. And sometimes it's like serious subjects. Sometimes it's just like gossip. Sometimes it's just like ranting, telling stories, personal shit, you know. Sometimes there's tea. Like I just play games and I just talk. And the thing about me is that I've had multiple videos in the past removed for talking about the type of shit that I talk about on Twitch. So I'm not dealing with it. And I know that this sounds goofy, but I met all of the requirements to be an affiliate, which means that I can like turn on monetization, like run ads, like have people subscribe to my channel, or like instead of just following me, they can be a subscriber, meaning they don't have to watch. It's just like YouTube. They don't have to watch ads. They can get special emotes and stuff like that, emojis and shit like that. But like, what the fuck was I talking about? Why does like depression and ADHD keep like fucking erasing my thoughts like an Etch-a-Sketch? The other day when I was streaming, I literally was sitting there, and then all of a sudden was like, what have I been doing for like the last hour? Like I've been sitting here mindlessly playing this game and talking. What the fuck have I been doing this whole time? I was going to watch my footage back to see what I was talking about, but I think I know what I was talking about, even if I skip a couple parts. I met all of the requirements for affiliate, meaning like I can turn on monetization, run ads on my video, run like banner ads, turn on subscriptions, so people can support me and stuff like that. But like the problem that I have with that is like I don't want to torment people with ads. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to torment people with ads. My memberships on YouTube are $1.99, which I don't think, yeah, that doesn't make you exempt from ads, but to subscribe to you, to me on Twitch would be $8 a month. That's crazy. I'm subscribed to Queso, Ethan Nestor, and Alluring Skull, but Alluring Skull's my Prime. I thought about maybe subscribing to Vanilla Mace, but another $8 is like, ooh. Anyways, I don't want to torment people with ads. I don't want to torment people with ads. I don't want people to be punished for not, you know, paying me $8 a month for a subscription to run ads. And not only that, like Twitch is doing this new thing where it'll say, like my last stream, it said that there was like 3 to 7 people watching at any given time, but I could see on my shit that there was actually 15. If somebody is watching the stream and they're not interacting with it, eventually Twitch stops counting their view. Twitch is just like YouTube, where you don't have to be signed in to watch anything, just to interact. Like you can watch a YouTube video signed out of YouTube. You don't even need an account. But for you to like it, dislike it, comment, anything like that, you do have to have an account. If somebody is watching and they don't want to chat, they're just chilling in their living room, watching on the TV, they're just laying in bed, listening, whatever, eventually their fucking view drops off. And this has been tested. I watched Ethan Nestor test it live yesterday when he was playing Little Monsters. He was like, all the lurkers in the chat, I need you to type something. And I want to see if my view count jumps up, because I've been seeing people doing this. Like one girl that I follow, not me, but him, her viewer count went from 600 to over 900 because she asked all of her lurkers to type something in the chat, because they're making it so that their view doesn't count. And it's like, why would I torture somebody with ads? Why would I torture somebody with ads? And I'm not even getting paid for it. We're both not benefiting from this. Why would I do that? I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. I'm on the fence. I fucking hate ads, bitch. If there's one thing about me, I hate ads. Like I will literally pay, like I pay like twice what I need to for like I pay for YouTube Premium because I don't want to watch ads. I pay for like Hulu and YouTube or not YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, but Hulu, HBO, Paramount, Peacock, all of them have like an ad plan where you can pay like a little bit of money, but you gotta watch ads. I don't know. I skip it and I go right to the ad-free one because I can't fucking stand ads. And Twitch will like slam people with like 6 or 7 at a time. And it's just like, why would I want to do that to people? Why would I want to, like, I don't know. Like, I'm on the fence about it. I don't know. It is like support for me. It is like monetary support for me. That's free, but also like psychological torture. And also, if you're sitting there watching me on your TV or you're laying in bed and you don't want to interact with the chat and you just want to listen, you're shy, you don't want to hold a conversation, that's perfectly fine, because that's how I am. I don't hold a conversation in any Twitch chat, because I feel like they have such a good relationship with their audience already that I feel like if I do, I'm like intruding, you know what I mean? So I get it when people feel that way, or they're just shy, or they just don't give a fuck, they just want to watch, they don't care to interact, they just want to watch. So it's like, if you're sitting there and you're watching the stream and you're watching the ads, and Twitch is like, we're not going to count your view because you're not interacting with the thing, that's fucked. That's stupid. I don't know. I've got to figure out how I feel about it. I don't know. I just feel bad because I personally hate ads. I hate ads. I fucking hate them. I don't understand why my eyebrow wants me to lose my fucking mind. I don't understand why it's doing this to me. What are you doing? Why is it doing that? It's like 4 hairs and they don't want to like sit in their seat. Like, return to your fucking seat, man. Anyways, as predicted last night, I did not sleep. I can't breathe. Dude, my heart is not happy at all. And I think the fact that I'm like dehydrated is not helping. But anyway, I got up at 6 this morning to get E ready for school. D spent the night with his dad last night because there was just like no way that we could get him on the bus and make it to my appointment at the same time. Like, we literally would have had like 10 minutes to get there and it's like 30 minutes away. So he spent the night with his dad last night and his dad took him to school this morning, but I had to get up with E and put him on the bus. The bus shows up at like 6:45. I'm like, okay, I can lay back down for a little bit. Wash my face, brush my teeth, change my clothes. I'm wearing my adorable kitty shirt, my adorable kitty sweater that I've had for years. Finally cold enough outside that I can wear it because it's like super early in the morning. It's like 50 degrees. Finally cool enough out that I can wear it and not feel like I'm gonna fucking die. Struggling to talk. Love that. I'm not gonna worry about a wig. I'm just gonna slap this sweater on, some cute little plain black leggings, and we're gonna head out the fucking door and everything will be fine. I ended up oversleeping. And because I overslept, so did Epps. Our original plan was to leave at like 7:45. I thought I could lay down for like at least until 7:30. I thought, oh my God, at least let me sleep for like a half hour. Like, I know I'm gonna roll around for a little bit, but like, let me just rest my fucking eyes for like a half hour and let Epps get as much rest as possible because he's the one that has to drive, right? Yeah. I must have not hit snooze on my alarm. I must have just straight the fuck up shut it off. We ended up sleeping until like right before, I think it was like 7:50. Like 7:50. We needed to stop and get gas. Epps needed caffeine. We're rushing around. He's trying to find his vape. I'm sitting on the couch feeling like, oh my God, because we had to get gas. I'm like, fuck it. We have to like go and just hope. Listen, I checked the map. I checked Google Maps. One of my biggest fears was like, I've never been here. Like, I've never been to this doctor's office. I'm like, I don't know exactly where it is, but I looked at the map. Like, I clicked Google Maps. I knew where it was. So the anxiety of that was like gone. But I was like, fuck it. Fuck it. Like, I've driven for an hour with the gas light on. Like, I think we'll be all right. Well, maybe not an hour, more like maybe 45 minutes, but you know what I mean. And then like, I knew like where this doctor's office is it like shares a parking lot with a gas station. So I like wasn't worried about it. I was like, fuck it, let's just go. Like 7:58 a.m. after both of us panicked, running around. It was like literally like the fucking scene out of Home Alone, where they wake up and realize that like they're late for their plane. Phone rings. It's the secretary from the doctor's office. She's like, hey, I'm hoping that I can catch you before you head out the door. Like, I'm sorry to call you before we're even open, but I was hoping to catch you before you go out the door. And I was like, yeah. Like, literally, I just stood up from the couch so that we could leave. Epps was already out the door. She said, I don't know how far you have to drive, and I hope you haven't left your house yet, but our system is down. And we don't know when it's going to come back up. And I can't promise you that it's going to be back up by your 8:30 appointment. Would you like to reschedule unless it's an emergency? And then you can come in and wait for it to come back up. And I was like, it's not an emergency. It's literally just like my intake appointment for my yearly visit. She wrote me down to call me back to reschedule me, which at the time I was like, I was thinking to myself, I didn't say anything to her, but I was thinking that doesn't make any sense. Like, can't you just like, but then I realized like, it's probably all like digital. It's probably all in the system that was down. So I guess that's probably why. But they had to call me back and reschedule me for next month. But I'm like, you know what's really great and fun? The fact that I like couldn't sleep last night and was like paralyzed all day mentally because I was like prepping myself for this appointment, and I like rescheduled my fucking therapy, which I severely need to go to. So yesterday, the meeting that I sat around glitching out on my bed all day about, wait, this is a thing, and I guess this is like super common with people that have ADHD. When I have something to do, I can't do anything until it's time to do that thing. Like, I literally just sit there and wait for the thing to happen. Like, I literally just sit there and wait for it to be time for whatever it is, the appointment, the social gathering, the whatever. Like, I literally, like, feel like I can't do anything waiting for it, and I don't know why. I did stream last night, despite having the mental paralysis. I did stream last night. It's so funny to me, but it's like not at all. It's hilarious to me, but actually not at all. The way that I like mentally prepped myself for this week, for these giant, huge events that were giant and huge to me because they were just doing literally anything at all. And all of them got canceled and or rescheduled. So you know what I ended up doing? I ended up going to bed. I ended up laying down. And I ended up sleeping all fucking day. All day. To the point that I'm sore. The only thing that woke me up was Epps bringing me a new Squishmallow and some chicken egg rolls. He thought the Squishmallow was a bat, but it's a dragon, and its name is Geo, and it's claustrophobic. That's what its tag says. I always get excited to read their tags. That's what its tag says. It's claustrophobic. That's like what woke me up. I've been in bed all day to the point that I feel like absolute garbage for it. I have horrible fucking cramps. I just want to motorboat a chocolate cake. And yeah. I had this whole week built up in my head. Like, literally had the fucking, if you have ADHD, or you think that you have ADHD, and you do this thing where there's an event that you have to do. I have a doctor's appointment. I have a meeting. I'm supposed to hang out with my family. I'm supposed to go out with my friends. And you feel like you don't have time, or like you physically cannot do anything until that thing happens. Apparently that's like most of us. I did not know that until like the last year. I didn't know that. I'm like trying to combat it a little bit, like as much as I can. Like last night I streamed for 2 hours, for a little over 2 hours. And it was so much fun. And I did it. Like I pushed through that like paralysis of it to do it. And I also have this like fucking terrible tendency. Guys, listen, I am somebody that my life was completely wrecked by ADHD because I didn't know that I had it because it was the 90s and I'm a girl and they really weren't looking for it in girls. And I, my whole life, didn't know that like, I'm not a hyper person. I have a busy mind, but not a busy body. And my psychiatrist that like diagnosed me was like, there's ADHD is a spectrum. It's a spectrum. And I was like, well, I can focus on things. When I can sit down and play a video game for hours and hours and hours at a time. And he's like, that's the thing with ADHD is you can't focus on the things that you don't give a shit about, but you can hyper focus on the things that you do. And I was like, oh. And then me losing shit all the time. And then it literally has wrecked my life, my whole fucking life. And you know what's really funny? Hot take. This is probably going to make some people mad. This is going to make some people mad. And the thing is, like, I don't care. Everyone and their goddamn mom on the internet thinks that they have autism or they think that they have ADHD. It's just like a few years ago when everybody thought that they were bipolar just because they're an asshole. But anyways, everybody and their mom thinks that they have ADHD and or autism. And then they come across somebody that actually does and they're like, why are you like this? Like, tell me why so many people like autism memes, ADHD memes, TikToks, reshare, oh my God, so me for real, blah, 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 blah. And then they come across somebody like me and they're like, why are you like this? Why are you so weird? Why do you lose everything? Why do you lose your train of thought all the time? Get to the point. Why are you so long-winded? Why do you over-explain? Why is everything that you say so like drawn out? When I'm like talking about something that I enjoy and something that I'm passionate about, they'll be like, oh my God, my ADHD can't sit through this. And the thing is like, hooker, if your ADHD was hyperfixated on this, it could and it would. Everybody thinks that they have ADHD. Everybody thinks that they have autism, and then they come across people that actually do, and suddenly we're weird and childish and irresponsible, and why are you talking so much about this thing? I just want to get to the point. I just want to hear the point. Like, why are you so irresponsible? Just do what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. Why do you pick up and drop hobbies like a fucking hot plate? Why do you spend so much money on a hobby and then all of a sudden you don't like it anymore? Well, bitch, I'm gonna circle back to it. Just give me like 6 months. It just kills me. Like, everyone and their mom thinks that they're neurodivergent, and then they come across somebody that actually is, and we're a fucking freak. We're annoying. Why are you so drawn out? Why are you hyperfixated on these things as I side-eye my Labubu's and my rainbow high doll? Anyways.